They say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, so if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane our masterpiece. Oh my, oh my love. I take one look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down to the dead and buried on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on the vibe. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so wild from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground from your sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground from your sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found hopeless hallelujah. Home this side of heaven's gate. Oh, my life found you, yeah. Breathe in, take my breath away. At your altar I will pray. You're the sculptor, I'm the clay. Oh my, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down, so dead and buried on the edge of your night, staying drunk on your vine. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground from the sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to
Afternoon. I wasn't going to do a show this early, but my word, have you seen the news that has dropped from Di Mazzaro? Like, not like I've been talking about this for quite a long time, but my God, Liverpool are going for Isak and Oshimen. Not just one, but two. Liverpool are going for both. Why not? Why not just get both of the best strikers in the world? Why not just get both? Like, why not just add that to all the other world-class talent that we have in our team? Like, madness, absolute madness. Like, moving like stone cold killers. Like, if you watch my show yesterday, I did a deep dive talking about what's been said about Richard Hughes and how this guy is just an absolute madman. He just walks into a room and completely commands the entire meeting. Like, and you can ask him any question you want about a player. he will know everything. He will know what he had for dinner the week before. Like, honestly, we are moving like mad people right now. And it's so weird as well, because last night I kind of went into a bit of a weird tangent trying to work out player sales and who we could negotiate with. And I actually said at the end of the show, we actually could get both Oshimen and Isak with the way we're moving with both clubs. And now it's dropped today from Di Mazzaro that Liverpool are trying to sign Oshimen and Isak. And I'm going to go through a couple of things with you that's popped up over the last day or two, which I haven't quite noticed, but I've done a bit of researching over my lunch break. And here we go. Here we go, La. First thing I wanted to kind of cover off is big up all the members. Nearly hit 150 members now. This is amazing stuff. I really hope you enjoy the membership. I'm going to post up another video soon. I'm also going to sort out a membership only show. I might even do one every 2 weeks because I've got so many members now that it's just brilliant. So I've got to pay back the faith you've given me with some extra shows for you guys, 100%. And the first one will be football and rabbit holes. And that's members only, so I can talk about anything I want because it's not actually live on YouTube. So that's going to be really fun. So definitely get involved with that. That'll be a couple of hours and we can go anywhere you want on that. Also, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do. I know there's so many other shows happening right now, so I appreciate you being here. But I wanted to just pop a couple of things in and then we can shoot off. Okay, I'll be about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes max. And I'm just going to share my screen now. We can go through a couple of things. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. First thing I want to do is I want to just share a couple of images of what has happened. This one is done now. So that's done. Okay, so Gerald Quansah is no longer a Liverpool player. Okay, whether you rated him or not, obviously Slot didn't. Liverpool see him as a potential player for the future, which is why we put a 60 million euro buyback clause on him, which expires when Virgil van Dijk's contract runs out, which is a really interesting one. Maybe we see him as a player that can come back to Liverpool when Virgil leaves Liverpool. I don't know. But obviously Virgil will be 36 when that expires. So Quansah will be 24. It makes a lot of sense. It's a great bit of business. It basically means that that Vert's only cost 70 million. At this moment in time, Vert's only cost us 70 million quid. And they are looking at Harvey Elliott as well, by the way, which they were looking at Harvey Elliott before Quansah, by the way. So Harvey Elliott could well be another one which goes in that direction. If he does, then I don't know. Vert could have cost us 30 million in the end or 20 million. I just don't know. But Quansah's gone. We obviously know who's going to replace Quansah. I'm just going to share another image. Just going to go through these, okay? Obviously, Mark Guehi is the next one through the door. Medical, I believe, has already been negotiated. That's already been talked about. Liverpool aren't willing to pay 50 million quid. They're not willing to pay 45 million quid. Liverpool will probably end up paying about 35 to 40 million quid for Mark Guehi. I think that's a great bit of business. They turned down 75 million last year from Newcastle. Tottenham are still sniffing around, so we need to get this one done quickly. New rounds of talks will take place this week. I think this one will be done in the next 48 hours. I'm pretty convinced. Guehi has said he wants to come to Liverpool. However, Guehi has also said if they can't sort out a deal because they want too much, Guehi will give them another year and he will run his contract down and he will sign for Liverpool on a free. We will be moving like Real Madrid do. And we will be picking up players on free transfers. This is something that Edwards wanted to do when Klopp was there, but Klopp was all about whatever he was all about. But this is something that he wants to do. He deserves a move to a bigger club. Liverpool are a bigger club than Crystal Palace. However, if they can't negotiate a deal, he's willing to give them another year and move on a free. And he wants to obviously play in the Europa League as the first captain for the club in the Europa League. But I think this one will get done. 35 to 40 million, I believe. It makes a lot of sense. Quansah's gone. Gomez is Crocs. He's our third choice, potentially joint second choice, if I'm completely honest. I think there's a good chance once Guehi comes, he could push Konate out. And if Konate is not signing a new deal, then Konate knows what's going to happen. He's going to be there to replace him eventually. They see Guehi as a potential leader. They don't see Konate as a leader. That's a fact. That's been quoted. Okay, so it is what it is. We move on. We get a good player, a very good player, probably one of the best defenders in the Premier League, under the age of 25. If you ask me, he's top 10. He's 100% top 10 best defender in the league for me. Next one. This one is interesting, by the way. I thought I'd bring this one up mainly because Arsenal are now moving for other players. So Di Marzio has said Arsenal will sign Victor Gyökeres. He wants to sign for the Gunners. Okay. Arsenal are looking at Gyökeres, Ekitike, and obviously Sesko. No Isak, no Oshimen. Never been in the picture. Never been a conversation with any of those players. It's a really interesting thought. If Arsenal are supposed to be moving in the same circles as us, why are they not trying to sign the same players as us? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Why are Arsenal never been linked with Alvarez, never been linked with Isak, and never been linked with Oshimen? It's only ever been Gyökeres, who we've not been linked with until recently, and Ekitike just now. And Chelsea are now done. So Ekitike's floating. He hasn't got a club to go to right now. He's going to end up having to pick the likes of a Manchester United, potentially a Tottenham, and maybe an Arsenal. I don't know where Ekitike ends up now. Okay. He's not our first choice. He's about our fifth choice. He's way down the pecking order. There might be players before him that we don't even know about, by the way. Gonzalo Ramos or Ratigi might actually be before him. We don't know. But we've had conversations with Ekitike's agents, but we haven't spoken to the club. So that's one to keep an eye on. Okay. Removing that. Next one. This one I wanted to bring up because people keep on talking about this guy. Okay. John Duran, Al Nassr is done. Okay. This is an interesting one that I bring up now. And this is one that we need to think of in the bigger picture of the merry-go-round. John Duran career is finished at Al Nassr. Okay. He's going on loan to Fenerbahce. That's done. Okay. He's not going to Italy. He's not coming to the UK. He's not going to Germany. He's going to Turkey. Okay. That's all you need to know about John Duran. Okay. He's not a player we need because we don't need that type of attitude. We don't need that type of personality where he just wants to follow the money. Okay. Players follow the money when they go to Saudi Arabia and they go to Turkey. Unfortunately, that's just how it works out. Okay. He leaves Al Nassr. Who are Al Nassr now heavily linked with and are willing to put a 70 to 75 million pound bid for? In the chat, who are Al Nassr now heavily linked with, who are going to put in 70 to 75 million pound bid? Answers on a postcard. Oh, come on, someone write it in the chat. I'm trying to be interactive here. Someone write it in the chat. Well in bonkers. Diaz. Diaz has a real conversation to have now with Liverpool. What does he do? Yeah, also Darwin as well. Yeah. He has a real conversation to have with Liverpool now. He really does. If we get that money for Diaz, don't be surprised if that money goes straight into Isak. Don't be surprised if Diaz goes, if he gives it his blessing and he moves to Al Nassr, we don't go and bid for Isak straight away. Don't be surprised, because we're having to sell to buy now. And I know there's a lot of media outlets saying that, oh yeah, we've got money, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we've got money. We haven't got any, we haven't got any places in the team. We haven't got any spaces. We are completely full of non-homegrown. We need to start shifting non-homegrown players out of the club so we can have an Isak or an Oshimen. Otherwise, there's no point signing them because we can't register them. Otherwise, we have to deregister other players like Diaz, like Nunez, and then they're still on our books and they might not get sold. And what do we do? Exactly. So we need to sell these players off, which is why Isak's not gone anywhere, and it's why Oshimen's not gone anywhere. Yeah. So we can move on from John Duran. He's gone. But Al Nassr will have a space left in their team now for a striker, and they are looking at Diaz or Nunez. Next. Got loads of stuff here, and I still haven't even got to the Oshimen and the Isak stuff. But all of this ties in. Now we can have a quick conversation about Nunez, okay? I feel the Lorenzo Luca deal is a way of trying to drive the price down by Liverpool. I feel that was never on the cards. This is just a little bit of a gambit to go, oh, we're going to sign this player. You need to reduce the price, otherwise we're not going to buy Nunez. This is all about posturing. This is all about trying to get the price down. The Napoli owner is an absolute nightmare to deal with. He is a nightmare to deal with, which is why nobody buys players from Napoli. Like, you buy players from Napoli about 2 years in advance because you end up negotiating for about 2 years. So I think this one is a ploy for us to drive the price down on Nunez. We will get this deal done. This deal will happen. But I just think there's a lot of to and froing. But I do think this deal will happen. But offering us 40 million euros is just pure lowball. Like, that's what Barcelona did. Like, we're not taking a lowball offer for Nunez. It's not happening. Like, Nunez has had a great career in Portugal where he scored bags of goals. He had a decent season in Liverpool. He scored a few goals for Liverpool. Like, he's won the league with Liverpool and cups. So he's got previous. So he's not a bum. Like, he won't be a bum in Italy. I know he's a bum with us, but he's not a bum. He wouldn't be a bum in Italy. And he's also had a decent career. And he's still only 25, 26. So I think we're looking for 60 million. I think we'll probably get about 50 million in the end. Maybe even 60. But I think that's where it's going to end up. And I also feel that the expiry date on Oshimen's release clause, which is the 15th of July, is really key to this deal. As in, we can go as long as you want, Napoli. We can wait as long as you want. Oshimen's release clause will expire in 16 days. Once that expires, Oshimen has all the power. 1 year left on his deal, and he will be pushing for Liverpool, and Liverpool will be like, look, you got Nunez here, mate. Do a swap, or give us 50 million. Like, I just feel that's going to be the posturing, and I think we'll have all the power. Yeah, it's true, and I'm going to talk about it. So that's the Darwin Núñez update, which was an hour ago. What else have I got for you? Quickly. Obviously, in case you didn't know, you can actually see it. That's Quanta arriving. Medical's done. Okay, just in case you think like maybe I made that one up. I haven't. I thought this one was funny. This one I found quite hilarious. We were trying to sign Freddie Woodman in 2016, and we finally got him in 2025. We get our man. We get our man. Okay, so eventually we get our man. So there you go. I thought I'd post that one up for a bit of fun. What else have I got? This one I find really interesting. This happened yesterday. So Isak was asked when he was on in a restaurant in Croatia, potential move to Liverpool. He just smiled and said, "Don't ask me those things." I'm telling you guys, Isak is going to be a red. He's going to be a red. Feel it in my bones. Feel it in my bones. There's way too much smoke. Way too much smoke. He's going to be a red. All right. And it's good to see that he's not on crutches. I think he had an operation on his groin, and he's had a lot of groin issues. So I thought that one was interesting. This one I found interesting. So Liverpool chairman Tom Werner was asked about the £116 sale purchase of Wirtz. FSG do not meddle in those kind of decisions. Isn't this really interesting now that Jurgen's gone, that all of these things seem to be coming up? Like why, what's the problem about money? We've always had money. Like, it's always been there available. Like, we back the managers when they ask. Like, it genuinely looks like he just never wanted anyone. He never wanted to spend any money. Like, you've already seen him having an interview whinging about Wirtz, saying he was a rip-off. Like, he cost too much money. Like, the guy's just a penny pincher. Like the reason we didn't sign anyone is because Jurgen just wanted to work with what he had, and he had this megalomaniac kind of maniacal way about himself where he just had to make things work. Like, James Milner had to be with us for how many years, and he had to carry on playing. And he tried to get a contract renewal for James Milner, if you remember, when he was 36. That was true. He did not want to let Jordan Henderson go. Fabinho, he wanted to keep. Like, these things happened. Like, he tried to get Naby Keita's contract renewed. Like, these things really did happen. Like, he didn't want to let these players go. Like, and I wish he'd shut up now. Like, he keeps on doing interviews about Liverpool. Like, dude, you're not even at Liverpool. Like, you're not even in England. Like, you manage another club who've been shit since you started with them. So shut up. Like, enjoy your life. Like, it's finished with us. Like, honestly, I know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so that's done. This one's funny as well, by the way. I've got to show you this one. Funny or angry, depending on how you want to be. Oh yeah, I talked about this a lot, by the way, and I got absolute pelters for this, saying, "Oh, that's not true. That's not true." No, it is true. Like, everybody in the committee wanted Isak, but Jurgen wanted Núñez. We had Isak. We had him. We had him signed for 58 million. That was a deal that was done. We just needed to green light it. And you don't think Isak wants to come to Liverpool? Like, He's already had conversations with Liverpool before he went to Newcastle, and he chose Liverpool over Newcastle. You don't think he will come to Liverpool? It is written in the stars. It's another player which has eventually ended up at Liverpool. It's another player who's eventually ended up at Liverpool. Wirtz eventually ended up at Liverpool. Frimpong eventually ended up at Liverpool. Isak will be a Red next season. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Isak will be a Red next season. What else have I got? I'm just going to share some screens now, I think. Okay. So what have we got? So we can talk about this one. This is from Graham Bailey. So this isn't just Duma Zero. This is a few people now that are talking about it. So this one is exclusive from Graham Bailey. Liverpool are doing extensive work on several centre-forward targets ahead of strengthening the number 9 position. The Reds are set to announce the record signing of Wirtz. Yeah, so this is a while ago. So this was quite a while ago, this one. But what it says is, as RTK reported this month, Alexander Isak remains dream target and the Reds continue. Yeah. It's also got Liverpool are understood to be fully aware of Oshimen's ongoing situation. Like Oshimen, Gokares, so that this is just a number of strikers, okay? But that's the Isak one. Sorry, that's Isak and Oshimen. Where's the where is it? Right. Where's the Di Mazzaro comment? Where's the Di Mazzaro comment? Oh, sorry. Hang on. The Di Mazzaro comment isn't on here. It's here. Sorry. My bad. It's on an image. It's on an image I took. Where is it? Is it there? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so breaking. Gianluca Di Mazzaro speaking with ace odds about Liverpool and Isak. I think Liverpool want Isak and Oshimen too. For Isak, it depends on Newcastle. The player talked to the coach and the club at the end of the season. Do you remember? I want to point this one out. Do you remember when Isak was asked at the end of the cup about next season, and he kind of just blased it, but there was also a moment where he was chatting to Slot after the cup game for quite a while. Like, and I brought this up a while ago. Like they were talking on the pitch, like for a good minute or two. Like, that's a weird one. Like, why would you be talking to Alexander Isak, who's just scored the winner to beat you in the cup? Like, that's a weird one. That's a conversation which obviously has got more to it than we know. I think Liverpool want Isak and Oshimen too. The player talked to the coach and the club at the end of the season. He would like to leave Newcastle, but the club isn't open to that. I don't think it makes any difference what Newcastle want. Like, it's player power anyway now. And I also feel the more players that Newcastle don't get and the more money Newcastle don't spend, means that we have more power, because they just haven't got the money to pay for these players. Like, they keep on getting rejected because they've only got 150 million. I believe they're about to sign the Burnley goalkeeper. He's going to cost a lot of money. Like, he had a record season, and I know Manchester City have got like about 20% sell-on fee on him. So that one's going to be interesting. But I mean, this guy's been right about a lot of players. Di Marzio, like he has been right about a lot of players. I think this one's really interesting. He was definitely right about Chiesa. He talked about Chiesa more than anyone else did, by the way. He also knows like a lot about the Italian league. So the Oshimen thing is a really interesting one. But we all know about Oshimen. Like we all know that Liverpool tried to sign him in January, but that fell through because the Napoli owner's an absolute crazy person and wouldn't let him go. I mean, there's like loads of people are posting stuff about him now. Like there's loads of random accounts that are just posting stuff up. I just think that now that this has been dropped by someone who's reputable, and this was today, like 50 minutes ago, I think this is going to spark a lot. And like we know that Oshiman's release clause runs out on the 15th of July, which I think is really crazy, and that got leaked by Turkish media. So, I mean, seriously, it's such a good time to be alive, to be a Liverpool fan. It really is. I'm just going to share a couple of stuff from the Echo in that 2 seconds because they've done a post, or they've done an article today. So let me just post this up. Alexander Isak to Liverpool latest quiet talks, transfer domino game, like we talked about, transfer domino game. Transfer domino. Liverpool keep an activity. We know that Newcastle have tried for they've tried for João Pedro, they got turned down. They tried for Brian Mbeumo, they got turned down. They tried for Elanga, they've been rejected. They are clearly after a forward. Clearly after a forward. They're after a forward to replace Isak. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like, quiet talks as Newcastle take step. That's obviously from the Newcastle Echo, basically. And of course they're gonna fight their ends. Like they want to get as much money. Liverpool are ready to play the waiting game, as reported. The Reds continue to keep a watchful eye at developments. But any move may come after the rest of the Premier League's profitability, which basically starts tomorrow. So the PSR is finished for the last year, for 2024, 2025. That ends today. The new one starts tomorrow. Oh, and guess what happens then? Liverpool will have money. That's what happens then. Liverpool are back into a new year, which means we might have another 200 million flush to be able to go again. I'd say that, but they've still got him. They've still got Callum Wilson. Yeah, but who can they get, Russell? That's the whole point. Who can they get to replace Isak? Like, they have to get another up-and-coming player. Like, they have to get another up-and-coming player. So, you know, they'd spend, 50, 60 million on João Pedro, which is what they spent on Isak. That's what they do. Like, it's interesting the fact that there's a lot of Italian clubs that seem to be buying strikers and selling strikers. Like, maybe Newcastle go back into the Italian market. Like, I don't know. Ekitike makes a lot of sense for Newcastle. Like, why not go and get the up-and-coming player that's like Isak? But they need money, Russell, and they haven't got money. They've got 150 million, and they basically did a bid for about 140 million for all of those players and got rejected on all of them. So they need more money. They need more money. They haven't got it. So they're going to have to sell, and they haven't got any assets to sell apart from Isak, Gordon. Nobody wants Gordon. And the likes of Liverpool. They really want to sell Liverpool to Manchester City. Like, do they really want to sell Liverpool to Manchester City? Maybe they'll sell Gordon. Maybe we'll buy Gordon. I don't know. But I just know that there's been so much smoke around Isak, and nobody's denied it. Nobody said no. Like, Isak didn't say no. Like, Isak's never come out and said, I'm fully committed to Newcastle. I'm going nowhere. Isak's never said that. I mean, he said yesterday in a bloody Croatian restaurant, I don't want to talk about that, with a grin on his face. Like, really? Like, just shoot it down. Like, if you're staying in Newcastle, tell Newcastle that you're staying at them. But you haven't. You have not told Newcastle that you're staying there. And Eddie Howe came out and said at the end of the season, he cannot confirm whether all his players will be there next year. That's what Eddie Howe said. Eddie Howe is also pretty good mates with Edwards and Hughes because they worked together a long time ago at Portsmouth under Harry Redknapp. So they know each other well. And you also have to remember, Newcastle are in the Champions League. They need a bigger squad. And they can't buy anyone. Telling you, man. Telling you. This could be a Coutinho moment for Newcastle where they sell their star, get a load of money, buy a load of players, and then they kick on. And the beauty of it, in the grand scheme of things, think of it like this, yeah? What if we fund Newcastle's charge to take second place off a Manchester City or an Arsenal? What if we do that? What if we fund Newcastle's challenge to take on Arsenal and Manchester City as the chasers? What if we did that? I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine. We're taking points off Newcastle. Giving Newcastle more money to strengthen their squad to take points off the likes of Manchester City and Arsenal and Chelsea. I'm absolutely fine with that. That works for me. Like, that works for me. Like, that absolutely works for me. And then maybe put Newcastle in a position where maybe Newcastle can win a cup every year. Maybe they can challenge for an FA Cup or a League Cup every year now. Like, push out the other teams. Like, take points off the likes of Cities and Arsenals. That's great. I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Like, I certainly don't want to give Man City any money, and I certainly don't want to give Arsenal any money. But if we take Newcastle's best asset for like 150 million, yeah, and then they spend 150 million plus the other 150 million, and they rebuild their squad, and they go again, and potentially challenge for second or third, and take points off the other teams, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Like, that would be great if it knocked Arsenal down a peg, because I hate Arsenal and I hate their fans. They're just deluded and they seem to think that there's something that they're not. Like, so for me, I'm all for it. But the waiting game is on and I'm here for it. Like, I am here for the waiting game. Like, keep on giving us drips, keep on giving us drops all day, every day. And I'll keep on giving you updates. But so far, there's been I wouldn't say a bomber, but I'd say like a half bomber or a kind of here we go la, because mine aren't like here we goes. But I just think it's interesting that it's now come out from maybe a tier two reporter that Liverpool are looking to sign Alexander Isak and Victor Oshimen for the number 9 roles for the summer. I am out of here. You all have a lovely day. Why have you all just dropped in now? Like 70 of you just dropped in. Like, literally, I'm about to finish and 70 of you drop in. Hit the likes and subscribe. I tell you what, let's have a quick look at the tactics board. Let's have a quick look at the tactics board before we go. Okay, we can dream. Let's have a look at this. 2 seconds. Let's have a look at this. Okay. Oop, that's not it. That's definitely not what I want to share. I didn't want to share that. I do A&R for a record label, and I just shared the demos list to everyone, which is nothing that you need to see. Here we go. So I mean, seriously, if we did get Oshimen as well, blimey, let's have a look at this quickly. So if we did get Oshimen as well, I mean, that does mean that Cody could bench, Wirtz could go left, and we could have Oshimen and Isak. Like, Isak could play like the false 9, which he can, because he can dribble, and we could have these two in this position. Oh my frigging God. Isn't that frightening? Isn't that frightening? Look at that for a lineup. Blimey, governor. Like, unfortunately, Dom would end up benching with Jones. That's frightening, that. I'll tell you what, if someone goes and plays that mode on a Football Manager, yeah, if someone does that mode on Football Manager with Isak and Oshimen, and tell me how you get on. Tell me how you get on for, like, say, 10 games, yeah, in a 4-2-4 mode with Wirtz, Isak, Oshimen, and Salah up front. My God, if we just worked out how many goals they scored, like, Wirtz got 14 goals last season in the Bundesliga. I think Wirtz got 27 goals or something in total last season. So say Wirtz did 35 GA, yeah, last season. Salah did 59 GA last season. Oshimen did 36 goals, and Oshimen did nearly 40 GA last season, and Isak probably did nearly 40 GA. Oh my frigging God. Like, that's near enough 200 GA with the front four. Like, honestly, like, with a team that good up front, you could do whatever you want. Like, honestly, I'm saying it right now. Like, the league is done. I think the league's done. If we, like, a lot of people are saying, if we just got Isak, the league's done. But if we got Isak and Oshimen, I think the league's done. I think Champions League's done as well. I think we are genuinely contenders to go for 3, to go for a treble. I don't see why we couldn't snap up the Carabao Cup as well. Like, Carabao League and Champions League. If we got Isak and Oshimen, that'd be wild. And that's a lot of wages as well, by the way. So, you know, people sit there going, "Oh, Liverpool don't pay." Well, sorry guys, but Liverpool do pay. Like, just they pay when they're asked to pay. That would be mental. That would be mental. IBR, I honestly think if we had a team that good next season with Isak and Oshimen, I think we could do 100. I think we could do over 100. I think we'd break the record. The firepower is immense. It's mental. They are both killers. They are both bagsmen. Wirtz is just a creative machine. Salah, you've seen the interview with Salah. Like, Salah had an interview with Gary Neville, and he sat there going, "I've always been creative. I've just never been asked to do it, like at Liverpool, until Slot said, 'Can you be more creative?'" I know, mate. I know. I've got to calm down. I'm going to give myself a heart attack. I know, mate. I'm going to have a heart attack on cam. Like, I know. Anyway, I've got to go, man. I've got to go. But this is wild. Oshimen wants 200k. I think we pay it. I think we pay it. I think we pay it. We'll be getting rid of Nunez, who's on 150. We'll be getting rid of Nunez on 150. We'll be getting rid of Elliott, who's on 70 odd. We'll be getting rid of Costas, who's on 70 odd. We'd be getting rid of Diaz, who's on 70 odd. It kind of all adds up. Like, It kind of does all add up. Like maybe even Jota might move. That's another 150. Like, yeah, I think it all adds up. Like, if we get rid of Chiesa, that's another 150. So let's work it out. Okay, let's just work out the numbers now. 2 seconds. Let me just get my calculator out. I'll do this before we go. All right. So let's just work out all of the players that potentially would go and the wages that they take. That's 150 Nunes. Oop. That's 150 plus Elliott, 75 plus, I mean, Costas has got to go, plus 75. Then we've got Chiesa. That's another 150 plus, who else we got? I don't know how much Doke's on. I don't know. Say Diaz. That's another 75. Let's just leave it at that. We'll see what that ends up. Nat Phillips is on 45 as well. You're right. Plus Nat Phillips is gone. Plus Quansah. Quansah got a pay rise as well. He was on 50. I'm not going to put Jota in there yet because we just haven't got rid of him and there's not been any links. Okay, so let's just add all that up. That's 620. That's 620k. Do you think 620k will cover Isak and Oshimen in the chat and Guehi? Does that cover Guehi, Oshimen, and Isak? Okay, say we pay Guehi 150, yeah, just minus 150 for Guehi. That's 470. That's 470. Do you want to split that in two? Do you want to split that in two? Because that's 200 and 200. Hang on, why's my head gone crazy? That's 235 each. Does 235k each get you Isak and Oshimen? Done. Like we've literally just calculated it live. We just calculated it. Yeah, we give Isak 220, we give Oshimen 240. Done. And what if we do pay another 50k? So what? So what? It's 50k. Like we can calculate that. And we still haven't got rid of Jota. Like if Jota goes, that's another 150. Like honestly, the numbers are there, and the players that we're selling, we're not going to miss them. Like we're not going to miss them. Chiesa didn't play. Nunes will be replaced by Isak. Diaz will be replaced by Oshimen. Like two forwards. You know, Costas won't play because we got Kirkes. Like we haven't even talked about the money that we got off the bill for Trent. That's another 180. Like honestly, I think it could happen. I think it could happen. Anyway, I'm out of here, gang. I'm just going to divert you to another show. I'll do a quick shout out to the members. Big up Eric. Big up John. Big up Colin. Oh, you remember now. Big up Colin. Big up Gary. Also big up Harrison. Been members for a month now. Respect. Big up IBR. And big up Harrison as always. Big up Jen. Good to see you. Big up Freedom. Good to see you. Who else have we got? What else have we got in the house anymore? Big up John. I've just missed your name. Big up John. Big up James as always. Oh, big up Tony. Not seen you before. Big up Tony. Big up Alias. I'm glad I've converted you. Right, if you're not a member, please think about joining. It's literally £1 a month. It's worth becoming a member. You get all my updates. You'll get all my videos that I post. And also big up Daryl, just joined. And also I'm doing a members only show, which will be called Football and Rabbit Holes, and the dog might get involved as well. Please join. If not, just send me a super chat to support the channel and let me know what you're thinking. And obviously all your comments all your comments, put them in the comment section, and I'll try and get back to you, or I'll try and reply if I can. Up the Reds. I'll be going live again tomorrow. I'll catch up with you again soon. Let me just divert you now quickly. Who is live? Who is live? Let me just divert you. Who is live? 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Let me just divert you. I should really have this screen open quicker. Who is live? Oh, nobody's live. Nope, no one's live right now. All right, so I'm not diverting you to anyone. Okay. All right. You have a wonderful afternoon, though, and I will catch up with you all later. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.